What, did you just toot?
No, poo.
You pooped?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ada?
Ada, did you actually just poop?
I just farted.
You just farted?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say?
Excuse
Excuse me. Oy, oy, oy. Like I said, the most beautiful, fulfilling thing you've ever done. Hey, my name is Khaleesi. You may know me as Tina, or you may not know me at all. And if that's the case, hey girl. Ow. My name is Khaleesi Tina. You can choose one or the other. What's going on? Great to have you. If you're new here, I implore you not to get too attached because I will without a doubt disappear at some point. That being said, hey guys, it's been a while. A lot's changed since you last saw me. First of all, I have a new bathroom. Same house. My husband just built me a bathroom and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's not dumb, but it's gorgeous. What else? I turned 25. Anything? Oh, I had a baby. Yeah, I've got 2 now. That's great. I have 2 turn babies. You woke up just in time. Good morning. Agoo. So yeah, new baby alert. This is my newest model. Named Birdie Joe, named after the Hig from French Lick, aka Larry Legend, aka Larry Joe Bird. God willing, she likes basketball or is not afraid of birds. What else, Bird? Oh. She came complete with all the latest mods, you know. Baby blue eyes. She had the Targaryen trim kit when she was born, which confused everybody. Ankle rolls, the whole 9. Birth, amazing. But that's a story for postpartum hood review because as we know, everybody say it in unison, Khaleesi talks too much. But to sum up labor and life since this one, God is great, women are amazing, and what a blessing it is to experience the miracle that is childbirth. My first edition keeps growing despite all my efforts to keep it small. She's got a few upgrades since you've seen her last, you know, all the normal stuff, curly hair, second molars, the insatiable urge to repeat herself all the time. But she's still so beautiful and so small. She's still my little baby. Are you a little baby?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. They are beautiful. They are healthy. They are love. They are light, all wrapped up in one sticky little sweaty package. And they're the best thing to ever happen to me. And we're going to talk about it today. Say, Dada, wake up. Yes, he's on the couch. Be gentle with them, okay? No hair pulling. No nipple touching. Just go, okay? Word. Really? Anyway, let's talk about it. Spoiler alert, I give Motherhood 5 stars. If you wanted a reason to not have babies, this was not the video. This video is for any moms who need to see a positive representation of motherhood in social media, okay? Because it seems as though all you ever see is low contrast, colored pencil drawings of frazzled women talking about how you lose your identity, constant exhaustion, depression, baby blues, marital issues, and you're gonna be disgusting. And while all of that is valid. Those are valid encounters that you could have in motherhood. I feel like that narrative kind of takes over the whole general topic. You know, everyone, you know, people love to commiserate, okay? And I'm all for it. But what I'm not gonna do is scare a new mom. Rarely do you ever see the side of motherhood that happens whenever you overcome those battles. When you prioritize your marriage for them to see, or you start taking care of yourself, or you find your identity, or when every previous seemingly mundane activity becomes the most fulfilling thing you've ever done in your life, or when you realize what a privilege it is to not think about yourself all day. At least that's my experience. And I think for women who are in the most vulnerable season of their life, that's probably what they want to hear. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Right, Bird? Girlfriend. Hold on. She's like, damn, the service here sucks. So yes, I give Motherhood 5 stars, but it goes way deeper than that. And to help explain why I give it 5 stars and to keep my little pea brain on track, I've broken my motherhood review down into 5 different categories. Category 1, motherhood mentally. 2, motherhood physically, as in my body. Motherhood financially, motherhood spiritually, and motherhood intellectually, okay? And I'm gonna break those down for you today. But first, let's talk about motherhood aromatically, if you will. I smell bad. Between the hormones, the leaky milkers, and the baby vom, I have got to be honest, I smell like a dairy farm. But not anymore, thanks to Wild Cosmetics. I'm joking, but I'm actually not. I do stink. Wild is a company looking to put an end to the throwaway culture of everyday bathroom products by creating cute, sustainable, and clean, refillable products that actually work too. And a huge part about motherhood is taking care of yourself and doing what you can to take care of the planet, because we're leaving our kids here. We gotta do what we can while we can. And it's hard to find one company that helps you do both. But thankfully, Wild has made that so much easier over here. I've been using Wild's deodorant, their body wash, and their chapstick, and it's safe to say that I'm obsessed. Don't worry guys, my aluminum case kept it safe. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the smells, with the ingredients, with the aluminum cases. And I know what's going on my body isn't harming me or them, because I have milk to make, okay? I have milk to make and babies to feed. Toxicity? Not around here, partner. And what you're telling me is that I can smell cute, feel like a diva, not poison myself, and cut down my single-use plastic consumption. Heard. Wild products are available as one-time purchase, but also on a subscription service, so if you're anything like me and you forget to re-up, it's mom brain. And hey, I'm proof of the pudding. My trash can's empty and I don't smell like death. I don't. I mean, look, deodorant case, refills. Chapstick case, refill. Body wash dispenser, refill. Not plastic, by the way. I am such a big fan of not only Wild's mission, but their effectiveness. And I truly think that you guys will be too. And you can use code TINA20 off at the link in my description for 20% off all Wild products for 48 hours only. And that's 20% off all products or your first month subscription. Thank you, Wild, for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. What's a Tina video without a sponsor? But hey, I only sponsor stuff I believe in, so at least I'm keeping it real. The soap dispenser matches my bathroom. It matches my bathroom tile. Who would have thought? Not me. That's amazing. Let's get after this motherhood review, shall we? And please remember, this is all I can think of in the moment, okay? There are far too many variables that play into a different woman's experience when it comes to motherhood, but this is my experience, okay? And this isn't to say that I didn't experience anything negative at all, because I did, but I'm choosing to focus on the positive. Beta Beth, you want a snack? Motherhood mentally. I can talk about the mental load of motherhood forever, for hours, for days even. But to be concise, just like I never knew that my body could handle natural childbirth, I never knew that my brain can handle this much stimulation. Did I say braid or brain? I'm also on my second child, so I know that I'm gonna survive the sleepless nights, and I'm gonna get through the no phase or a crazy cold. Or I know at some point I'm gonna get a shower, I'm gonna get a meal, and that probably changes my attitude on the whole topic, okay? Because at first baby was a little more fight or flighty. But speaking for myself right now, I experience all types of stimulation. It's on just the most extreme end of the spectrum, and it's in the name of love for somebody else. Like extreme love, extreme amounts of happiness, extremely vulnerable and afraid at times, all mixed in with some anxiety and some guilt, but extremely glorious and beautiful and the most fulfilling thing you've ever done in your entire life. You know what I mean? You know, you're anxious because you love something so much that you're scared, and you're guilty because you're just tripping about whether or not you're doing the right thing for them. And yeah, while that's all so freaking intense, what a privilege it is to be able to love something that hard. What, did you just toot?
No, poo-poo.
You pooped?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ada?
Ada, did you actually just poop?
I just farted.
You just farted?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say? Excuse
Excuse
me. Ay, ay, ay. Like I said, the most beautiful, fulfilling thing you've ever done. It definitely is a lot. And I'm not gonna sit here and just tell you that it's not to make you feel better. Because honestly, sometimes I do feel like there's smoke coming out of my ears. But I did pray for patience and tenderness and grace for these girls. And what a beautiful opportunity to practice that, you know what I mean? Do I lose my tenderness sometimes? 100%. But my toddler has the memory of a goldfish and she just peed on the floor. So I don't really have time to dwell on that. What else? When people say it takes a village, they mean it. Yes, you are more than capable of doing it on your own. Trust me, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I can probably tell you the number of times I've let someone take over so that I could have a mental break on one hand. But just like you could go your whole life without showering, you'd stink really bad. And no one would want to be around you, okay? Same goes for giving yourself a break. As soon as you can feel yourself reaching that frustration point or anger, call someone in for relief, whether that be your husband, your partner, your parents, your best friend, Miss Rachel. Hell, sometimes I go to this one specific restaurant because I know that they're obsessed with Ada and they'll take her for a walk around the restaurant a few times and I get to eat my meal in peace. So yes, you could do it on your own, but know when it's time to let someone help you so you can help them. It is so important to have a support system. You do not need to fall on your sword when it comes to motherhood. It's just amazing though, because mentally and emotionally, I'm capable of way more than I ever imagined. And I think that's just because of the gradual increasing load of motherhood. It's almost like maybe that's the point. Maybe God made it that way on purpose. Maybe. What? Progressive overload making you stronger? Huh? Also, a huge part of my mental struggles before I became a mother, and I hate to admit it, was I think I was thinking about myself just a little too much. Motherhood emotionally, emotional highs, emotional lows. It's scary, but it's rewarding. 5 stars.
Hey, Mommy, Jackie.
I do like it a lot.
Mommy, I'll feed you.
You're gonna feed me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Motherhood physically. My favorite leopard pants don't fit, 2 stars. Don't recommend.
Make you leave.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Mama, here.
Thank you. My foot grew a size in my first pregnancy. My hips are wider, but I can hold a static hold of up to 30 pounds for 30 minutes now. And I think that's something to be proud of. Any other physical changes you can think of, Dad?
You've grown more beautiful with every passing day. I've never been more attracted to you in my life.
Thank you.
Your charisma and your strength is inspiring.
Okay, now you're blowing smoke up my butt.
Speaking of your butt, I love it.
Don't forget you have to compliment me really, really loud so everyone can hear it.
Oh, sorry.
You get motherhood strength, which is much like crackhead strength without the tooth decay. Again, smooth breastfeeding, enough sleep, whether that's with co-sleeping or a sleep-trained baby, healthy and quick labor and postpartum healing all play into my point of view, okay? And I am very privileged to have those experiences, but oh, the changes in my body that I am so proud of. I don't look the same, and that's a battle that is lower on my priority list, which is a win in itself. My beauty standard also has completely changed now. I truly believe that every woman is beautiful and powerful and amazing and awesome in the most literal Ada! And awesome in the most literal Ada!
Mama,
Ada! And awesome in the most literal sense of the word.
Dad, don't give me.
Don't get me, Dad.
I'll feed you. Okay, fine, I won't. Wah!
I just had the most intense hot flash I've ever had in my entire life. So that's one of the wonders of a female body. But what I was gonna talk about, a woman's body does so many amazing things. Bird, you good? Your breast milk creates antibodies for whatever illness your child has. Skin to skin time can raise or lower a temperature depending on what they need. Instincts that make you feel like one person. My favorite physical change happens in the postpartum period, and it's when, after you have your baby, you look at them and you experience so much love. You look at them and think, I love you. Your brain releases oxytocin, which then sends a signal to your uterus to contract to help work that muscle so that your uterus can shrink back to pre-baby size. And I just think that's incredible because you love something so much that it hurts you and then it heals you. So yes, motherhood physically, 5 stars. Very crucial topic these days when weighing the pros and cons of motherhood. And again, there's so many factors that play in, like working parents, whether or not you have help, lifestyle, faith, and I'm not accounting for birth complications or postpartum depression or any afterbirth care. I'm going based on what I know, and what I know is that a birthing center costs about $5 grand to have your baby. Simple answer for me, the Lord will provide. He always has, always will. If that's not enough for you, thank you, baby. Not to sound like a cuckoo, but they
Hello?
will try to sell you everything. You need this period. You need this authentic bamboo,
There.
free range, leaf, pure 100% grass-fed onesie. need this bouncer and this playset and this monitor and this ergonomic baby carrying 3000. They say you need it all. You don't. You're not a bad mother if you don't have the latest and greatest. Books, a couple of crayons, some mud, and you could raise the next Einstein. Honestly, having our first baby while we were living in a camper was probably one of the greatest things that could have ever happened to us, because it really did teach us that you do not need that much. We had 200 square feet. We couldn't get that much. The rest of everything outside of what you need is all just bonus and extra and a privilege to own. And if you're concerned about struggling, don't, because you will always find something that you're more than willing to give up to make sure that they have what they need. All of this being said, I'm very privileged to be a stay-at-home mom. My husband worked so hard so that I can be a stay-at-home mom, and that is an agreement that we made on our first date. But if I wanted it any other way, I'd find a way to make it work, and it would be fine. Motherhood financially, 5 stars. Way better than the world led me to believe. Spiritually is a tough one. It's hard. Life is really busy, and rarely do I get a moment where I can just sit and be still in my faith. But there are far more moments in everyday life that make me stop and thank God. I used to struggle with just being positive in general or seeing the beauty in creation. But when I'm doing laundry and I pull rocks out of my daughter's pockets, I am starting to see why she chose those ones specifically. Even though my intentional time in my faith requires strict scheduling and a lot of moving parts to fall into place, my unintentional encounters with God are becoming easier to see and easier to immediately appreciate. So motherhood spiritually, the grass is green, the sun is up, and every day I get to wake up and steward the most precious gifts that have ever been bestowed upon me. So 5 stars. Motherhood intellectually, what does it mean? This is the teaching, the guiding, the listening, the playing, the general interacting with a human being who has been entrusted to you to literally learn everything, like how to live. Most of this section could probably be in a toddlerhood review because it's a lot of information. It's a lot. And I'll be honest, I think this and spiritually is probably the toughest of the sections for me because, well, where do I start? It is without a doubt intellectually numbing to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star 80 freaking times, all while hitting a mental block on your magnet tile construction plans because you don't have the right permits anyway. But if you think about it in terms of, okay, I'm sitting here building rainbow houses, singing songs with a toddler who knows nothing but to love me. This is pretty nice. That being said, I will never, ever, ever invalidate a woman who stays home with children all day because you're literally talking to someone who knows nothing. Pad the walls, put me in a really tight jacket with chains on it. The entire role of motherhood to guide and to teach and to nurture, it's intense and it's scary, okay? And it's a very daunting responsibility. I'm in charge of providing this person with enough information and enough experiences so that they can form their core beliefs and they can't kill people. It's a lot. But one thing about me, there's always gonna be a but. You know what worked for you and what didn't, and what a great opportunity to break any generational curses. I consider that a win. So I hope you find comfort in that. Like a generational curse in my family is whenever someone is moving really slow, just yell, tempo, tempo, tempo. Coach's daughter. As for struggles with general toddlerness, some people call them the terrible twos. It's really just when they learn they have free will and they have to push the boundaries in order to figure out where they lie. You know you do weird stuff when you remember that you have free will, okay? Don't lie. There's 3 things that really help talk me off the intellectual edge, if you will. 1, everything is a phase. They will grow out of this, okay? I remember when Ada learned how to scream. That was a tough one. That was a really, really tough one, so good luck there. 2, absolutely nothing they do is with malicious intent. They don't know how to do that. They aren't trying to annoy you. They aren't trying to hurt you. And I'm not trying to push your buttons. They're just trying to communicate something, and we have to figure it out. Number 3, 90% of managing toddlerhood is marketing. The other 10% is sleep and hunger and pure luck. All a toddler really wants is to be heard and to think it was their idea. Even though this is the topic that I struggle with the most, mainly out of fear of, am I doing a good enough job? And just a general feeling of not being qualified ever to teach them because you're still going through your own stuff. Or just when you go to bed and you think to yourself, I should have read to her more, or I should have played with her more, or I should have been gentler in my approach. All of those feelings go away whenever you see them say thank you to a stranger, or when they pray before bed, or hug their friends to make them feel better, or teach you patiently how they would like to be played with, or they take care of their baby dolls with the tender love and care that you went to bed thinking you withheld from them. But they had to have learned it from somewhere, so good job, Mom. Look, motherhood intellectually, It's all of our first times here. Give yourself some grace. Let yourself learn something from them. 5 stars.
Hi guys.
Can you say that's how the cookie crumbles?
Cookie flower.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other hood reviews you want to see next. This video also was not intended to dismiss or invalidate anybody else's different experiences. Postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, post-birth complications, those things are all very real. I just, like I said, wanted to be a glimmer of hope and love and positivity and bring a little bit of, exactly, hope and love.
Yeah. You heard it.
And say positivity. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you Wild for sponsoring this video. And thank you guys, because without you guys none of this would be possible. I can't wait for the girls to grow up and see how loved we are. And I hope you guys feel equally loved back, because we do love you. To break it down for you, motherhood in general, emotional on all ends of the spectrum. Low lows, even higher highs. It's physically demanding. It's both intellectually stimulating and very numbing at the same time. But it's the most honest and rewarding and beautiful thing that you will ever be able to be a part of. The real only downside is that you hope and pray that you raise them to be able to survive in a world without you. But we've got a long time until then. So until then we will read a lot of books. No fly swatter on the camera. Read a lot of books and build a lot of rainbow towers.
4.9.
4.9 stars. She's got a fly swatter.